Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone podcast, where we talk all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to talk about the continued run of AI agents continuing to absolutely cook. We're going to talk about Elon Musk's new Pepe PFP and what that did to the market. And we're going to talk about the state of the Solana trenches. Good morning, Easy. How you doing today? We got a little two-man show today. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. I'm excited.
I'm good, Ray. I'm good. I'm alive. I'm doing well. It's the last day of the year. How do you feel?
It feels like a normal day to me. I keep seeing posts about like reflecting on 2024 and all this other stuff, but just another day, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna golf today.
Yeah, that's a good call. You've been getting out there a lot recently. How's your game doing?
It's all right. I shot a 40 first day out, which felt good.
That's really good.
Yeah, it felt good. Clubs were on point. Driver's looking good. 3-wood feeling great. All in all, though, it was nice. It was nice. It was alive. Was swinging the clubs nicely. It felt good, you know. So can't complain too much. Second outing, not as good. Shot like a 46. Still a little slight fall off, but came out day one hot.
Yeah,
so
it's a bullish pullback.
Nice. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Today's show is brought to you in partnership with Pizza Pets. Pizza
Pets, the number one collectible in your pocket.
I still got my 3 pets alive.
How much are they worth now, Ray?
They're right around $400. I think it's like 0.004 and change Bitcoin.
Wow.
So it's like right around $400. I've given my pets steroids. What does
that do?
So steroids increases the speed of their evolution. So basically, we want to get nice and evolved like quickly, because they just introduced a new features called the pet pulverizer. Essentially, So what essentially is going to happen is there's going to be these ordinals going around, these pet pulverizers. People can use these, and it sets off a timer that's going to detonate and destroy any pet that has a weakness to that specific type of pulverizer. So Trevor outlined some alpha here. If you're in the Pizza Pets game, you need to follow this. Essentially, what's going to happen is you're going to be like looking at your pet's weaknesses, and you need to pay attention to like what's happening with the pulverizer. So what's going to happen is, like, if you have a pet that has like a weakness to a specific pulverizer and someone goes to detonate that, it'll show up on your pet's inscription on the interface. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to give them lotion. Lotion protects you against the pulverizer.
What are we doing with these pets?
Yeah. So these pets are going to have some lotion. There's going to be an option to give your pet lotion on the front end here. So lotion will protect your pet from the pulverizer, which I think is a nice little fun touch there. I'm trying to find my my pets in my wallet. I think I'm looking at the wrong wallet. Here we go.
Pizza Pets.
So if you're not familiar, basically these are inscriptions on the Bitcoin blockchain. The entire game is essentially inscribed.
I'm getting strong, like a hero.
Oh my God, he talks now. They have sound to them. They have all the information here on the actual pet, how to play the game, the links to where to go. Gives your feeding guide on all the different things you can feed them. Every time you interact with your pet, it's a Bitcoin inscription. You can see your pet's stats. So this one is weak to black pineapple. So I need to be on the lookout for black pineapple bombs. The sneaker dad got me. Stroke your pet with lotion in the comments.
Situation.
Yeah. So, and you also get like the history here. So essentially, you get a lot of information. I lose a heart every half a day. So I need to be paying attention. When I gave him steroids, essentially he evolves faster, but he's going to lose hearts quicker. And the way to regain hearts is to feed them either pizza or beer. And if you feed them food, you need to watch out because they could poop. Poop also hurts them.
And what if they poop, right?
If they poop, you lose hearts faster, so you got to give them a shower.
Okay, so you need to now bathe them. Okay.
Yeah, you bathe them. They're pets. You got to take care of them. Like, these things are no joke. Like, you have to be paying attention. As you can see, I've killed a lot of pets. I've killed like 14 of these pets, incinerating about 5K at the current prices. Combination of just poor parenting, giving them DMT, and having them die, all kinds of other things. But I'm determined to keep these 3 alive and make them immortal. Big Alejandro in the comments.
How much is an immortal pet?
Let's take a look right now. Pizza Pets. Pets, #1 collection on Magic Eden.
Pizza Pets, Pizza Pets, Pizza Pets.
Immortal floor is 0.06 Bitcoins.
How
So
much
if you
is
do a
that?
little bit of math, that's about, what is that? Almost 6K?
Wow.
Yeah, so these things are legit. These guys, if you look into some of these, they have like a different like background. There's different like music for all this. I think they have like it's like a Disney, like a former Disney composer did the music. They inscribed the entire NES ROM on Bitcoin. Like these guys are like no joke in terms of like the tech stack they use for these games. So big shout out to Pizza Pets. We're gonna check in a little bit later. Maybe we'll feed these pets later in the show today. But I'm determined to keep these three guys alive. So check out Pizza Pets. Go to Magic Eden. Check out Pizza Pets. Check out. Make sure you follow them on Twitter. You get all the updates about the game, such as like the pineapple update and other things. Follow Trevor. Follow Pizza Ninjas, and take care of your pets if you got them. I know all the Bodoggos got airdropped a few of these things. So nice little cook for everybody. That being said, we have a lot to talk about today. Easy. I don't know if you want to jump into the weather report. If you're in there, we can go through the weather, and then we're gonna have a nice little 2-man show. Maybe do some trenching. Maybe we do some AI trenching. We'll figure it out.
AI trenching. What does that look like?
I don't know. We're gonna discover it live on the show, though.
Huh. Sounds a little scary. I will say a little scary. But it's time to dive into the weather report. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to break down, a lot to dissect because the market's red hot. Intro music from 9 to 9:05, 9:05 to 9:09. Sponsored for Pizza Pets. All right, looking over the crypto roundup, the majors rebounded this morning and are up on the day with Bitcoin over 95,000 United States dollars, Ethereum over 3,400, and Solana at 195. The leading top 100 coin is Virtuals, now sitting at a $3.8 billion market cap. And Elon Musk officially changed his PFP on Twitter and his name to Kekius Maximus. It spawned a number of Kekius meme coins to launch and compete for volume, with Pepe on Ethereum gaining 16% on the day and sitting shy of $9 billion. Absolutely beautiful to see. Absolutely beautiful to see. Ray, did a Kekius Maximus on Solana run?
There was an old one. This is the one that ran the most. This was like a 3-week-old coin. It was at 0 and ran to 54. Now sitting at 26. And there's a lot of PvP.
I will say, Ray, with Virtuals running, you know what looks good here? Project X. First agent launching tomorrow. Shilling my bags. Doing some bag work today. Just saying. But next up, Zach XPT reported that the blockchain bandit has returned. Dun, dun, dun. It moved stolen funds to a new multi-sig wallet. This malicious actor previously stole 172 million United States dollars by guessing weak private keys. Finally, it was a big day for institutional Bitcoin purchases, with Tether buying 705 million Bitcoin, bringing its reserve to $7.7 billion, and MicroStrategy purchasing another $209 million worth, and publicly traded Genius Group purchasing $10 million of Bitcoin for its treasury. Ray, you forgot a huge thing here. Tether also burned $4 billion of USDT.
Really? They burned it?
Yes, they burned it.
So isn't that normally pretty bearish?
Yes, very bearish.
That's not great. So like, let's talk about that. Like, I haven't seen that. Normally when you're looking at stable coins, they're creating additional coins, and that's generally bullish for the market. Burning, bearish. Why do you think they did it?
There's been a little bit of pressure on them, to be honest here. So if we look here, Deharmitrade, I'm not familiar with him, but he does post pretty frequently about this. The 25th, they burned 432 million. That was 754 million Tether total burn on Saturday, which says Tether investment for the Tether investment into Rumble. On Saturday, the market cap of USDT dropped by 0.5%. Last time it dropped that much in a day was November of 22. Another 444 million Tether was burned December 28th, and 1 billion Tether was burned yesterday, the largest burn since they started on December 20th. So that's the crazy part here. You can see just shy of 4 billion, 3.1 on this day. Tether's burned over 1 billion tonight, their largest single burn in history. Something very big is brewing. Marks the 4th major burn in 10 days. The last was in 2022, and prices subsequently nosedived 55%. Soon we will witness the greatest Bitcoin bloodbath we've been warning about. Yeah.
So here's the DeFi Llama Tether or total stablecoin market cap, and you do see a fall off here May 2022, which coincided with essentially that FTX crypto crash, right?
Yep.
And then there's kind of a slow bleed out, hitting like a local bottom around 120 billion. We're now sitting at 204 billion. It does look like we might have hit like a little peak here.
Yep.
We were printing basically at an accelerated rate since October. It looks like everything's pretty much like, I mean, the majors are all like within 0.1% of peg. It looks like people are probably converting USDT to USDC, just trying to be a bit on the safe side. I'm seeing like an equal peg off your minus 0.1% on Tether, plus 0.1% on USDC. If you were holding your liquids in Tether, I don't know, where do you hold your liquid USD?
I'm a USDC guy.
Yeah, so am I.
That's just me. Like I've never been a big Tether guy ever. Some people like it because you get better pairs on decentralized exchanges with USDT. So that's the only time if I'm like trading on some dexes that are USDT paired. But every time it hits my wallet, it's converted back to USDC. That's just like personally how I navigate it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I don't know. I've never really seen a burn like this. Like obviously in 22, I guess it happened, but I wasn't very focused on that. Like in 22, it was like end of DeFi summer, NFTs kind of top there too. So I don't really know if you'd credit it to be that, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not like a harbinger to like the end of this cycle or like the cycle top.
Yeah.
That would be pretty bad. Looking at the total market cap, 137 billion for Tether, 44 billion for USDC. So Tether does dominate the market share in terms of just straight market cap and TVL, which is interesting. I mean, almost everyone I talk to uses USDC. I guess Tether on centralized exchanges for like whales with big size makes sense as to why it would have such a large market cap in comparison. But something to be aware of. I'll be actively not trying to convert into Tether, but I never really did that anyway.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, big Alejandro asked if people are converting USDT to USDC because of FUD. I mean, if I was in USDT, like I would be converting. I don't think I've ever been like against. I pretty much view them as equal assets. It just feels like USDC is just more readily available on chain.
Yep.
But Alfalfa does bring up a good counterpoint here, saying I've stayed USDT. USDC sucks. Zach XPT criticizes Circle more than Tether for reacting to scams. Tether is way more used outside of the US. Yeah, I think Tether is also like, I mean, they're both, neither one is decentralized. So, there always is a central entity that can essentially control funds to an extent. So
there's always a counterparty. Like there will always be a counterparty. That's why a lot of people are like, oh my God, why do you use USDT? I don't think it's bad. The only negative is like USDC is fully audited. USDT is not. So like, they say they're good, but.
Yeah. Trust us.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at the big news of the day, we saw a huge runner in AI XBT. AI coins in general are continuing to like absolutely cook. Especially on the base side, but we saw a huge runner here in AI16Z, crossed $2 billion market cap this morning, flip Pudgy Penguin's Pengu token, flip Dog with Hat, closing in on Bonk for like the #1 Solana meme coin. I don't know if it's like a meme coin anymore. It's more of like, I feel like it's becoming more of like an AI infrastructure coin. They basically announced that they're acquiring technology and moving towards like an AI launchpad model. So similar to like what Virtuals has on Base, what Vaifu and Top Hat have been doing on Solana. Are you interested in AI16Z, that ecosystem right now? Easy.
Good question. I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel kind of late to the AI16Z trade, which is why I'm trying to be early on another one. Like that's why I've been like bull posting about one.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about it. I mean, we both have size in this position. So if anyone's listening, like, I mean, obviously take our bag bias into account. I'm showing on screen with my buys, etc. But I read your thesis on this, and it's interesting. Break down what this X coin is and
yeah.
why
So I look at it as virtuals on Solana. Like that's probably the easiest way to put it. Is like I look at it as a virtuals on Sol. Like plain and simple. That's how I kind of view this. They launch agents. They just announced today, if you go to their Twitter, a bunch of like how they're doing buybacks and stuff like that based on revenue generated. So I've given some targets like 10 mil, 25, 50 type of approach. But like we're about to hit 10 mil before we even have the first like major event, which like it does hinge on this. Like the big thing is on the second, they are launching IMM AI, which if you go, so this one's just announcing like their whitelist stuff on this. I did get it because I was early enough with the 1 million tokens. So if you go back to the X Combinator page, this is the one that I'm more interested in because they announced why this is like a play. If you scroll down, they finally announced these tokenomics for it. When I say tokenomics, I use it loosely because it was a DAO's fund drop. So much like AI16Z, which was on DAO's fund, this is also on DAO's fund. But AI16Z just released the ELIZA framework. In order to be part of the AI16Z fund, you have to send tokens there. So inherently, the value of that goes up. This one launches agents through their platform. Think of it as a DAO's fund, but for agents. So very similar to virtuals, where you can buy into these agent pre-sales. Wallets are whitelisted. It limits who can buy in, all that stuff. Kind of like curating it. In order to get access to these, you have to own the X token. So you need to own this X Combinator token to get access to them. Every token that launches on it, revenue that's generated 50% goes back to buying and permanently locking X tokens. So essentially burning them. And then their goal is to increase on-chain liquidity. Because that's been the number one complaint. Like it only has 7K liquidity on-chain. On DAOs.fund, it is 450,000. So you have liquidity as long as you swap it on DAO's fund, which is like where you should be swapping this.
So I got cooked on my my slippage here using a bot.
Man. Yeah.
I mean, I bought up like it was near that price when I bought it. Like I bought near the top of this wick, but I didn't realize liquidity was so low. I needed to double check that before buying.
So that because it's all the liquidity is locked in DAO's fund, much like DAO's world on base. Like your liquidity is seeded, and people complained about the bubble maps. The bubble maps, and yeah, so if you looked at this, $418,000 of liquidity. So you have decent liquidity in here. That's the thing. Like that's not a bad move in my opinion to have that's solid liquidity in my opinion for what this token is. But you just have to swap on DAO's fund in order to get that liquidity access so that you don't burn yourself.
Yeah, so I need to essentially just export my BullX private key.
Yeah, and that way you can trade on DAO's fund.
Perfect.
Like I would not be buying or selling this off of DAO's fund.
Awesome. Dude, all these sites, like the front ends of them are so clunky.
It's so bad, funny. Bro. They look like ass.
Dude, look at this. Like, let's just do like a quick run through of all the AI stuff.
They look so
DAO's
bad.
fun. Let's go to DAO's world. So I mean, this cooked with a similar model. So essentially, what you're hoping here is like DAO's fund becomes DAO's world because you look at these 4 coins, and like all 4 of these absolutely cooked. What brought the attention is the F Dream drop, which ran from a pre-sale of 200K to now $25 million market cap. Easy was early to Alameda Research. We talked about this on the show over a week ago, I think.
Y'all funded me for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. We were like, yeah, you're just shilling your bags. Like,
yeah, stop shilling your bags. Stop shilling your bags. Brother, I shared this sub $1 million.
Yep. So when you share sub $1 million tickers, you're either a scammer if it goes down, or you're a hero and early if it goes up, which is always a fun thing.
This was sub $1 million, and you guys fudded me and just kept saying you're talking your bag. You had a clean 7x. Clean 7x.
I mean, I think you just got lucky. I thought Truck Drive was gonna be the clean 100x, sending us into retiring our future bloodlines.
Shut the hell up. This dude's showing Truck Drive. Like at least I'm saying SBF was early.
Mirza saying these websites are also made by AI, right? Is that why they're so bad? Yeah, like this one doesn't even have like market caps for like these like listed. But these have been actually cooking. They introduced a new little Ponzi-nomic farm where essentially they realized that everyone wants to get in the new allow list for these future funds. So essentially you stake your tokens and you can earn whitelist spots. I believe there's like 20 whitelist spots up for grabs. So like people are staking these, and I think the
aren't you happy me and Kix yelled at you to full allo this F stream?
I am very happy. I mean, there's no world where I wasn't, but I'm very happy that I
me and Kix both were like, don't overthink this. Fully allocate F stream.
Well, I think I was definitely over allocating it fully, but I think the conversation that I had with you and Kix especially where Kick said like you need to forget all numbers and like not worry about NAV, etc. Like that prevented me from selling like snap selling the bag.
Smart. Yeah, it's also like one of the first movers on it. I mean, so the big thing now is with a bunch of these DAOs coming out, it's the meme that's associated to it. It's why I was long Alameda Research, because that's funny. Like, if the Alameda Research V2 does well on Base, which is like not even a Solana ecosystem, that's funny to me. Like, that's pretty. Also, I don't even know what Big Farm AI is. I don't know a single human being who owns this, and this thing's sitting in 8 figures. Like,
yeah, Big Farm AI. Yeah, what is this?
I don't even know what that is. But
yeah, I haven't heard of it. Yeah, Drugs is the token.
Yeah, but our dude, Pio, shout out your boy who's a big fan of me. He's up to almost 2x on his X Combinator buy.
I don't know if he bought it. We were at the restaurant his girlfriend works at. She's just shoving Italian food like down our throats for free. And I told him that was when you texted me that play, and I just showed him, and he's like, "Is he just texting you this stuff all the time?" I was like, "Well, not all the time." He's like, "If I was friends with him, I would just sit in front of the computer and just wait for." I was like, "Well, that's what he does." I was like, "That he's doing that," and he's like, "Is he in Discords?" I was like, "Yeah, Discords, Telegrams, you know what?" It was just like funny. Ever since he saw, for context, ladies and gentlemen, a friend of mine from high school, like a normal guy that is only interested in crypto, you know, at this time in the cycle, like,
of course,
at this time,
of course.
I mean, he's not totally out to lunch, but you know, he's definitely a late cycle guy. He was watching a YouTube video by some crypto YouTuber, and the guy pulls up Easy's wallets and is like, "Yeah, I'm tracking this guy Easy." And he just texted me a picture of that video, and he's like, "Don't you work with this guy?" I was like, "Yeah." So he was just blown away by that. So yeah, real quick. So I was thinking about something we talked about yesterday. I know you weren't on the show yesterday, Easy. Kix was talking about the MicroStrategy AI coin, where it's just they're borrowing money from Aave or whatever, and they're
doing the same thing, convertible debt, but all on chain.
Well, but it's not convertible debt though, is it?
No, it's straight up a leverage call. It's like they can actually get liquidated.
Exactly. So that's what I didn't say on the show yesterday that I just wanted to make sure that I quickly mentioned today, is that this is different, ladies and gentlemen, because they're going to get called. They're going to get called on this stuff.
Yeah, they'll get liquidated at a lower Bitcoin number, or at a higher Bitcoin number than Michael Saylor will get liquidated.
The liquidation point is probably like 80K.
Yeah, the liquidation, there is no liquidation for Saylor. So yeah. This is 80K.
Our initial plans to deposit to Aave, borrow USDC, and buy more Coinbase BTC and repeat the process.
I don't know if you guys were listening to, or like paying attention to the Trump World Liberty Financial, like the streams around that, and like the Trumps talking about it on Spaces. But essentially, I think it was Eric. They were talking about Eric Trump's like introduction to DeFi and Aave. And they're saying, like, showing him the process where you could just loop funds like this on Aave, where you would just like leverage long by buying, lending, depositing, buying, lending, depositing. And they talked about that like a decent amount. And then I think Nick came on the show prior to the launch. He was like, "Yeah, that World Liberty Financial, it's a scam. They're just using Aave." Or something. Like, yeah, that's it. That's what it is. It's DeFi. Like, this is what DeFi is when you're taking it to like the most absurd level.
That's wicked funny. So. Real quick, one quick technical question about BullX. Is there a way for me to check my activity on the wallet? Because I'm like, why don't I have any Solana in here, but I feel like I just deployed it all? Is there a way to check your transaction activity?
Yeah, go over to the wallet in Wallet Manager. Trade history.
Yeah, it's not showing me anything. Is that because I logged out and logged back in or something?
It should still show it.
Mine's not coming up right now. Sometimes it takes time.
Yeah,
mine's showing. It shows the 6.5 SOL I lost this morning.
Sometimes I'll refresh it a few times.
I'm wondering where that went to, so maybe it's a bull exit. I recall pressing the button, but I don't know how I lost $1,000.
Hey, BullX, 6.5 souls missing from this thing. What gives?
I might have pressed the button. You know, the dev might have sold on my head, but hey.
So real
Speaking
quick,
of BullX and calls.
Okay, go ahead.
Nick called this YNE. He was talking about this on the show yesterday. I bought it when he was talking about it. We're up almost 75%. We bought it 23 or at 40 mil now market cap on the YNE AI token that we talked about on the show yesterday.
Right, God Candle on X. We just touched 11 mil. We just touched 11 mil. New all-time highs.
Oh,
That's a nice
so
one.
I think I have to clear. I think if you're not seeing stuff on Bullx, you have to clear your cache. By the way, I think that's what has to happen.
Probably.
Yeah, I have that coin, but I can't tell how up I am because of the cache clearing. So I had to do that real quick. Alfalfa said, if you're a skilled trader, you'll have spent 20 Solana in fees. The fees on Bullx aren't high. That would be like an outrageous.
They're like
amount.
1%. They're not low. Like you can burn a decent chunk on fees.
I've
Like
probably
you're buying
spent
stuff.
100 Sol in fees. I
Same.
imagine.
But you're also
Not only
like,
Bullx
I trade a
fees, but you're
lot.
also paying Solana fees. You pay
Yeah.
priority, you pay bribe on some of these.
But fees
you
hit you way harder if you're buying like 0.2, 0.3. They hit you way harder because like those fees add up more incrementally than if you're buying like 1 to 2 Sol of stuff. Just because that size is negligible on larger size, versus like when you make 0.3 Sol and you're paying 1% of that, those add up much quicker. Just because on smaller size, because you have bribery and priority, which are normally 0.01 is what I think they base set at. So you're like, if you're buying 0.2, you're losing a good chunk of that, like 5% on the priority fee. If you're buying 1 Sol, you're losing 1% of that on the priority fee. So it's like, it's a size game at the end of the day.
Okay. What would be your top coin trade right now overall? And then what would be your top AI coin trade overall? Might be the same answer.
The AI coin
AI
is Project X. Yeah, AI XPT is, a lot of people love that, but like my top AI coin is this Project X. Like it's the first time I've had like serious conviction right now, and it hinges. Truthfully, it hinges like make or break is this Thursday. That is the make or break moment. Is this Thursday, January 2nd, their first agent launch. If that goes well, I think this goes to 100 mil, like straight up. I think we have a 10x in this.
Dude, I'm trying. I just cleared my cache. I was trying to, get to Bullx. I Googled Bullx, just a fake Bullx right on the front page of Google. I'm like, dude, that's going to get somebody. That's easily going to get somebody. All right.
Yeah, so easy. Or, Pia, one trade I took here. I took AIXPT yesterday, and like my framework for like working around these, like obviously this is like the worst time to buy a chart. Like look at this chart. Like this is not when you want to buy. But this is sitting at 564 million. It has the like head and shoulders lead in terms of like mind share across AI agents, across all chains. Like it just is doing crazy amounts. And what really like caught my interest was the ordinals. I don't know if you saw that they changed their PFP to a Quantum Cat.
I saw
UD was interacting with this. UD Wertheimer, the founder of Quantum Cat / Taproot Wizards, was interacting. Quantum Cat's invested $1 million into the coin, just purchased $1 million spot of the AI XBT. And one thing that I think is interesting that we're going to see happen if this AI meta continues is that projects are going to be like allocating capital to these agents to convince them to like positively show their projects. Just like we see with traditional influencers now who take like paid and unpaid like promotions. I think we're going to see the same thing with these AI agents. And the way Virtuals works is that these tokens for the wallet that is owned by the AI agent, there's like emissions from there that can go back to token holders. So there's like an interesting flywheel I think we can see. And I think that AIXBT is like free below $1 billion in my opinion.
Yo, real quick, is your wallet on, well, I want to hear that. I'm just trying to figure out, is your wallet on Neo different than your wallet on traditional Bullx?
Yes.
All right, well, I got my Neo wallet set up.
Also, your new Neo wallet is different than our previous Neo wallet.
Well, I never activated that one, so.
Okay. Then you should be okay.
Got it. So I'm on Bullx. Okay. Well, we're getting to the bottom of this. All good. Okay.
Easy. Right. Can you answer this question from Tanuj here about Project X?
Let me take a look. Sorry.
He's saying, why does it say 80% insiders?
So good question. This is like the biggest misconception. Because it was launched on DAOs.fun, you buy into a presale and they airdrop you the tokens. So it looks like it's coming from a centralized wallet because you're buying a presale and then receiving the airdrop. So Bullx, Photon, these trading bots market as insiders because technically they didn't pay for the tokens on chain. They did not do a traditional swap. They put money into a pool and then received the airdrop when the DAO went live. So that's why that central wallet is the DAO's Fun wallet that airdropped all of these tokens. So all of those users have actually paid for tokens. It's the same thing on any of those other DAOs. Big Farm AI, AI16Z is probably better now because people have been buying and selling in and out. Exactly. So like that's why that looks that way. Because the central wallet has sent out tokens to these other wallets because it's a pre-sale. It's the same reason why if you look on chain, liquidity is only 10.17K on chain. If you go to DAOs.fun, liquidity is currently sitting at 417K. 455K now. So it's actually up. So I was talking to Ray about this right at the start of the show. If you're buying this on BullX or Photon, the best thing that you can do is export your BullX wallet so you have it in Phantom so that you cannot sell. You do not want to sell this token on BullX. Do not. Because you will get terrible slippage because liquidity is so low on chain. You swap it on DAO's Fund site right here, and you'll get a great fill. There's no MEV on DAO's Fund because you're exchanging through their on-chain DEX. That's all through DAO's Fund. So you'll actually be able to swap it, get the best rate, transfer fees, all that stuff. So you're not dealing with it on chain. You're getting the best opportunity here for liquidity, and the reason that it looks airdropped is because it's from a DAO. So you're buying into a pre-sale and getting airdropped. If Ben.eth launched a pre-sale right now, any of his coins would have 1 million insiders because you're airdropping tokens. You're not actually buying them on the open market because of the pre-sale way that it's currently configured.
Yeah, and I think all of the DAO's world would be the same way because they have the same pre-sale mechanics.
DAO's world on base all has the exact same. Virtuals too initially all has the exact same. When you're buying these agents in the pre-pool before it's live with the liquidity pool, you're getting airdrop tokens. That's why it looks like that. It's why it looks like it has insiders. It's why it looks, quote, sketchy. But that is exactly what's happening.
So
Perfect.
I'm all set. I'm locked in. So I got this X token, right? You're saying you're adding the X here?
I'm not buying anymore here. I've shared my average buys at 5.5. So I'm up almost 2x on this. Actually, officially 2x. But I think this just goes much higher. I'm not selling here. I shared to the whales my first take profit was 10 mil. Because most of the time you want to just take initials and ride for free. Like I could sell a half and ride this completely zero risk into Thursday. But I think Thursday's agent launch does well. This IMM AI, I think it does well, which inherently means all future agents will have enough speculation that people will need to buy this token to get whitelist for those.
Okay. And so I got X. I got a small position in the Magic Eden token. I've got Fart Coin and Lock In that are performing pretty well. What do you think? Like, you think Lock In? Dude, the reason I like Lock In is because it's only got a 33M market cap, whereas so many other things have way bigger. Fart Coins has got $1 billion market cap, dude.
Yeah, I don't mind Lock In here. I think it's like due for a run back up. I think everyone's footing Murad, myself included, and that usually means the bottom's in.
Right. So, I mean, dude, in one of my MicroStrategy groups, people are like crying their eyes out, like a bunch of
one of is a great, one
of the many MicroStrategy groups that I frequent. It's MicroStrategies Anonymous, and we just frequently discuss what's happening within there.
It's literally just guys talking about
30 days since I restaked Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's been 12 hours since I bought my last share.
But it's just funny that, like, I'll just quickly talk about this. It's just funny that even though that's an equity and you would think that it would be different, the vibes when the price goes down are the same as the vibes in like a Discord for an NFT when the price goes down. Like, people are literally asking, like, when is price going to go back up? I'm like, dude, are you guys all dumb? Is it like this thing is volatile as hell? That's like the point. Like, what are you talking about? They're just top blasting at 500.
like Wall Street bets, essentially. Just MicroStrategy rebranded.
Kind of. All right. Well, anyway, what are the plays right now, man? This is New Year's Eve, 2024. We're about to have a monster 2025 in so many different ways. What are the plays that you would deploy capital into right here, right now?
To be honest, I like
what
hype.
I deploy capital into. I've been buying base stuff.
Okay, I want to buy some hype. Is it exchange listed anywhere, or what's the best way for me to buy it?
No exchange listed. You have to bridge to Hype's chain on Arbitrum. Dude, the friction's such a bitch.
Well, wait, can I just use sideshift.ai to do that?
I don't think Hype's supported on there. You have to use like their official bridge. It's like actually a bitch to get onto Hype. It's that's why. It's like there's so much friction still that this coin could go 4x from here and be trading at a $32 billion market cap, and I wouldn't be shocked.
That feels reasonable to me. If it's an actual, because you like it like as a chain?
Yeah, it's fast. It's wicked cheap fees. I like the way that they do memes over there. It's really interesting to me. So for me, it's just like because of the friction, it becomes inherently more interesting to me.
AVAX's market cap is 26 bill. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. And Doge went to 40 something bill. I think that's fine for a hype. It's a good ticker or a good,
I think it'd be $100.
symbol.
Like that's what I think. $100 is not that crazy.
Do you have to bridge ETH?
I'm trying to look
You
at the
could-
process.
I
I
think-
I was told Stargate was
The best
what
one.
you want to do. But
Stargate.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. You sold.
So I haven't gone through this. I don't own any hype.
I don't know.
None of it. I got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This is
We'll
why
do
I
some
sold
DD and
next
find
stuff.
out, but I have nothing.
And do you like anything besides hype?
Oh, so that's what they're saying is just buy USDC on Coinbase, send it with Arbitrum to your MetaMask, and connect MetaMask to Hyperliquid.
That's interesting. I think I can do that. I have address whitelisting for security purposes on Coinbase, ladies and gentlemen, just like all of you should if you use Coinbase. Address whitelisting, which prevents you from sending anything to a new address before 1 week. If you don't have address whitelisting on, in many ways, your Coinbase is a little bit naked. Hopefully you have two-factor authentication on. But if someone got into your Coinbase, they could just take all your money if you don't have address whitelisting. So just be careful. But I can look into that's a good technique because I do probably have a MetaMask wallet on the address whitelisting, and so I can probably get it over there. Yeah. Richie Serpico said, "Bro, go look at Pengu. Y'all acting Hollywood the fuck."
I own like $50,000 of Pengu.
I have even more than that, not to flex, Richie. So I don't know what you're talking about, but I think intentionally I'm never going to talk about it again.
Just because of that one comment. Yeah, dude. Like I like the Pengu chart. Higher lows. Right now, higher lows. This looks good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Bachelor Society's like Pengu's bottomed out and is a buy right now. Absolutely. I've been accumulating it gradually. My average buy, and keep in mind, I got an airdrop too, and I haven't even claimed that yet. But my average buy is, dude, come on. Where's my average buy at? I think it's like 2.9 billion on like 12 grand. Excuse me, on 12 grand. So
Yeah, I remember when you threw the first soul in there. That was like such a funny moment. I was like, why are you buying one soul of Pengu when you're about to get airdropped like so much from your.
You got to start DCAing, right? It's a little bit at a time. One soul, two soul, three soul at a time. And first one, I guess the first one I did was one soul.
Chad Michaels isn't a fan.
Wow.
Pengu going to zero like MicroStrategy.
Wow, that's a terrible take, Chad. Are you gonna say you were wrong when that never happens? What the hell?
Gotta be careful with these predictions, Pia. We all saw what happened when you predicted 15K ETH.
Didn't predict that. Did not. That is not a. Even Nick, who would be the first person that would say that I predicted it when he heard it, was like that wasn't a prediction. Okay, so we like hype. I mean, we like Pengu here. In my opinion, I think Pengu to 10B feels pretty reasonable. And then what else do we like?
Goat's interesting to me at 462 mil.
God, so much money.
It's still first mover. It's interesting to see how Goat is moving here.
I want to talk about Goat. Tanush Takur said, "Do you think people will start claiming Pengu and Magic Eden for 2025 for tax purposes and dump the price?" Maybe. Do I think it matters? No, literally not at all. In fact, I actually think that's good because then you can just like buy more. I wouldn't wait to buy it as a result. But yeah. Anyway, what were we going to say, Ray?
I was just talking about Goat. I'm saying, I mean, it's retraced over 60% from its peak at this point. And I do think that if the AI meta continues, like, why wouldn't Goat have like inherent value as like the coin that kicked this entire thing off?
Because it's an AI coin?
I'm in the same boat.
Well, it was like the AI coin that kicked everything off. Like, this is what spawned the entire meta and drew attention to it. Was Truth Terminal embracing the coin, and then other AI agents coming out and like doing their own coin, Zero Bro, and then the launch pads following, so everyone can launch their own. And now we've seen this crazy hype around them. Like Goat is like the OG, like meme coin from this.
Trouble finding it.
So it's spelled GOAT.
Yeah, I know, Ray.
I'll send the CA in the private chat for you.
Thank you. Well, actually, I think I can find it because I traded it. Let's see.
Let's see. Alfalfa saying Prime has been looking strong AF with prompt on the horizon. Yeah, Prime's interesting. Pio talked about Prime, or not Pio. Kix talked about Prime yesterday, and I believe his play with Prime was buying Prime and not locking it up, just trading Prime token, because you do have to lock up Prime for a significant amount of time to get emissions on the prompt. So he was saying the better play is potentially buying Prime, selling into a pump, and then using your funds to buy prompt on TGE, which is like an interesting.
I'm in
way
the same boat. I think prompt is a $10 billion coin, like day one.
Prime.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean,
it's their next token that's launching. It's for Wayfinder, which is an AI application that they have. Prime is the one that's currently live, sitting at 1.5 billion. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I look at prompt with this AI narrative. I think it's going to launch at the perfect time. They have Colony, a full game. I think the better play, in my opinion, is buying a parallel avatar.
Yeah, I bought one live on the show late last week. Yeah, around like 0.7.
I think that's the best play here.
What's it at now?
I think it's around the same.
Yeah, I don't think they move much.
Yeah, 0.7.
I think I'd rather get the token. What's the easiest way to get that token?
So you either lock up your Prime for a long time. People are speculating that avatars get it. I'm not too deep in the ecosystem, though.
Well, I was saying, how do you get the Prime token? Is it exchange listed or anything like that?
It's just on ETH. I think it's also exchange listed. I would have to double check which ones, but you can just swap ETH for it.
Okay, real quick, Chad Michaels is adding to his stupidity. He said Sailor is sharing a cell with SBF. Chad Michaels, you're literally just you're like a baby. You're like an infant child in a crib. Nice take. We'll see. Anyway, so the Prime token. Is that did you just send the CA for it, Ray?
I did.
Nice. Okay.
It's the CA for Prime. Yeah, Prime. I like a lot of these AI plays. I bought Cookie on base. Cookies.fun is a basically like a Bloomberg terminal for AI coins that is locked behind holding the Cookie token. There's some like supply overhang on this where there's like vesting to like their team, which is a little scary. But like I'm just taking like a handful of these plays in terms of like AI and just longing the narrative essentially. One interesting tweet that like I'm looking at and then taking a bet that like something like this could happen. I'll pull it up on screen now. Someone overlaid DeFi 2021, 2022 to market cap of like
I saw that. That's a good one.
Here. Yeah. So essentially looking at this graph, like the DeFi, it's looking at the DeFi index from 2020 to 2021 and the AI index from 2024 to like the current time. And the way it's lining up is like, it's getting ready to like absolutely go parabolic if it follows the same pattern. Obviously, like this is just like, could be a coincidence, like who knows, but like if AI takes off and is like the new narrative, which I think a number of people.
Bro, I think the entire next year is going to be AI agents, applications. I think getting exposure to AI is like the clearest play here, regardless of how you feel about it.
All right, so what do you buy? You buy GOAT?
Yeah, GOAT is I have 0, bro. Like if you want to go for the majors, you go GOAT 0, bro. AIXBT. If you really want to go like as broad as possible, you just buy the virtual token on base. It's at 3.6 billion, which is fucking nuts. But that's why like I would rather be looking like, dude, there's a Solana AI hackathon going on right now. I'm basically just going to wait to see who wins that and buy whatever token wins and just let it go.
All right. So, but the majors, all right. AI majors are GOAT, AIXBT, virtual,
AI16Z.
AI16Z.
That's at a $2.2 billion market cap now.
AI16Z.
Yep.
All of those, 0, bro.
0, bro.
AI16B is 2 billion.
Yes. AI16Z. Yeah. 2 billion. Before you buy some random bullshit.
Right. Well, dude, I just feel weird because I feel like so many of these are like, fake. And so I just want to make sure I
No,
don't
so
buy
just
the wrong
understand. Yeah, that's a big thing, but it's also understanding like what you're buying. Like GOAT is Truth Terminal. That's like the first Twitter-based automated agent, right?
one. What I didn't mean like that. I
Oh,
meant like
the
I'm
C8.
clicking on the wrong
Oh
Bullx
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Oh well, on Bullx it's like if you go to AI16Z, it's the one that's at 2 billion, and the easiest way to look is check for on-chain liquidity. The scams don't have a lot. This one has liquidity is 9.6 million.
Yeah, so that's the real one.
Yeah.
All right, so AI16Z, GOAT, and then you said what's it called?
Zero,
Zero
bro.
Bro on
So we
Solana.
own these NFTs, if you remember.
Well, I sold them, but you actually think Zero Bro is still a good move here? It's a true major.
Zero Bro flipped GOAT.
Yeah, I gotta just make sure. My dog's eating one of my slippers. I'll be back in a second, but
Hey Ray, I just want to call this out. Remember when we did that Solana draft?
Yes.
Remember when I picked AI16Z partners?
I don't. And do you have the document that proves that?
No, you have that document,
Okay,
but it's
let me
on there.
double check. Let's see what you got on there.
I remember I picked AI16Z partners and got fudded because they were at one soul.
They're up. They're up nice. What do we call
Just
this?
saying.
Like big dogs draft. We named it something dumb.
Something
We named it
dumb.
something really
something
dumb.
so dumb. Dumpster draft something.
Yeah, I don't even think draft is in the title. I'm trying to figure out where it is. We did an ETH draft on the show.
dumb.
We did a soul degen dumpster fire bowl is what we named.
Yeah, Degen dumpster fireball. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we did a soul draft.
Yeah.
So we had a stream, a live Tensor stream where we were looking through Solana NFTs, and we drafted different NFT collections to see who was going to go up the most, I believe, or the most soul at the end. Yeah, AI. Well, you got them at 3. You got them at 3 soul easy.
Oh damn! I thought I got them lower than that. They're at 4. We'll take that.
Yeah, that's nice.
We'll take that. God damn, my Clanos are down bad though.
Yeah, easy on Clanos, AI16Z partners, Pythonians, Tensorians, and Tayo Robotics.
Yeah, listen, mistakes were made in a wallet that I control with this one.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out though. We're gonna, I believe it's a 30-day time, so we'll check back later this month and see what happened here with this Solana draft. We had a lot of fun with the ETH draft too. Interesting to see how that one ends up. Those were fun. So going back, you were asking like about Zero Bro. So I'm on Cookies Fund, that site I was talking about, and you can see here AI mindshare. Essentially like what mindshare they have on social media right now. AIXBT it like has like a commanding lead. Virtual, Fartcoin, AI16Z, Zero Bro is then 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5. GOAT being number 6 right now has been falling in terms of mindshare lately. I think that's why it's like seeing that price depreciation. If you look at this 7-day market cap change on AI agents as a whole, like GOAT's the only one that's like in the red, and most of the ones that are in the green are up like 50 to 150%. Some of these even up more. So that's why I think like it makes me think that GOAT is like an interesting buy here, just because it's not like the current hot thing that's running, but it's at a point where you can buy the dip essentially and get a better entry.
My mindset with all this stuff is basically that no matter when you buy it, any crypto asset, including Bitcoin, no matter when you buy it, the likelihood is that it's going to go down before it goes up. Do you know what I mean? They all trend down, and there's so many dips. I gotta go check on Sapphire again. Oh, god damn it!
There are just so many dicks.
Just a ton of dicks, dude.
Yeah, just dicks all over the place. They're selling. They're lowering the price.
You know who just wanted to call his dog a dick? He's like, this
All those
dick.
tryhards. Pause. So many dicks. Okay, Pio. Great comments coming.
So many dicks. Basically, there's just no reason to buy this stuff unless you're going to be like happy if it goes down, because you're like the likelihood of you being down on something that you buy is almost like 100%, including Bitcoin, right? Like you're going to be down on the thing. So it's more like, well, what do I want to be down on and just buy more as soon as I'm down? Because if you just buy more every time it goes down, when it goes up again, you'll be really happy. I know it's simple, but I just feel like a lot of people, I'm watching these grown men freak out in the MicroStrategy chats. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, one thing I've been doing, Easy, let me know your thoughts on this strategy that I've had recently. I've been LPing all of my base plays full range.
Smart.
So I'm doing full range LP on these positions that I'm long, because my thought process is I scale out if it goes up slowly, and then if it goes down to a point where like I'm like, okay, I want to go long this, I can always just pool liquidity, and then that's my new entry point. I'm earning fees. Does that like make sense? Like, what's the downside here? Is it just that I'm not capturing maximum upside on the buys, or
That's the main thing. Yeah, you're just not getting full potential. Like, if you're just holding it, then that's kind of like the difference. You know what I mean? Like, you have the opportunity to just be even longer than some of the others. I don't know. Me personally, I think that it's a good move.
okay, yeah. So that's been my strategy on the base side, where I'm basically just like trying to make a few bets that are long-term plays. Long-term, I mean, in this space, I think 3 months ago, I tried to make a long-term Murad portfolio that I was going to hold through the entire cycle that is now just like completely liquidated. So we'll see what happens. Like if things go up enough, obviously you're going to want to take profits because like Pia said, things do tend to go down before they really go parabolic.
Well, they just always go, like Bitcoin and Dogecoin, they go down almost every day. Like that's what people don't get is that they literally go down almost every single day. But on the days that they go up in a significant way. So why wouldn't a random ass meme coin like go down? You know what I mean? Like, of course it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tristan brings up a good point. Feel like scaling out through an LPing makes accounting for taxes so complex. Maybe not though.
No, I'm sure it does.
Oh, especially on Sol, there's like 15 transactions. You're fucked.
Actually, I learned this year, I went on Upwork and I found blockchain accountants in other countries. That's a solid way to actually have somebody do all the dirty work for like not that much money. Still cost almost $1,000 just for that part.
Oh, dude, I would pay $1,000. My accountant charges me an arm and a fucking leg because of my number of transactions.
He's American?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She.
Wow.
It's a woman based in Miami. That does a damn good job, but I'm happy to pay it because I won't go to jail.
Yeah,
So,
that's important.
I would not do well in prison.
Rodman says, "Tell me more, Pio. I just sent my accountant 4K."
Just go on Upwork and those things. I mean, yeah, well, this will all be AI stuff in the future, but it's not yet. Go on Upwork and look in other countries like Pakistan and places like that, and you have these blockchain accountant people because it's just admin. It's literally admin work. It's looking up every individual transaction, putting it into a spreadsheet, and just summing things up. And so you can just type in blockchain accountant on like Upwork or something and just get some guy in Pakistan that has good reviews, and bang, he's going to granularly go through every transaction in your wallet. He's going to find stuff that you didn't even think of and be like, is this one of your wallets too? And you're like, oh, matter of fact, it is. Sorry, I didn't give you that. Like, so yeah.
So that's funny that that got brought up about the AI tax accountant because a coin did launch on virtuals yesterday. Last night while I was sleeping. CPA completely missed this one, which apparently is like trying to do that. So like it's tough for these because you don't know like there is no way to like really verify that they're doing the thing and the product's there when like the product isn't there yet. But essentially
going to be no product.
Yeah, essentially what they're saying is like utility is like you can add 5 wallets if you own this much. You receive transaction updates for your wallets, and it does like your tax like reporting, generates your report based on that. So this coin actually went bananas last night. I think it prompted Frank to jump over to virtuals for the first time. So I saw Frank beginning to explore virtuals last night via his Twitter. This thing's been cooking. I missed this boat completely, and I'm not in it. But yeah, absolutely wild cook on this one. We also saw DraftKings, another cook from yesterday. That was a nice like 2 or 3x that I'm out of. That does like AI sports betting. So like you see all these like it's basically like pump fun, but virtual agents at this point. And it's like you have to wade through so much bullshit in here to figure out like what is actually real. Like all the pictures are these like AI generated slop. Like they're I think most of the descriptions are like AI generated. So it's like someone's using AI to generate a description for this AI bot. So like it's very hard to like distinguish what's good from what's not. I've been curating.
Well, tell me about it.
Yeah, but I think even harder. So like it's harder for me to look at virtuals on base. It's harder to look here than it is for me to look at like the trenches on Solana. If that makes sense. Like this is even more difficult because there's just so much more due diligence that you have to do to like figure out if this thing is actually real. I started putting together like Twitter lists for good follows. I shared that with the Bodogos. So if you're a Bodogo, head over to the Discord. I got a good Twitter list, like a couple good watch lists as well for the AI stuff.
Real quick on that. Well, first of all, my comment is if there's a coin pumping and then they're like, we're going to make a CPA thing. I'm like, dude, that is never going to happen. That's my position right there. Number two, by the way, Easy, you are breathing heavy into that mic, dude. You're literally and then Mr. Yellow said, talking about the CPA coin, he goes, it's funny. It always says you need to pay nothing, which is a very funny comment, in my opinion, by Mr. Yellow. That's a good one. Mirsta called that platform you're just showing, Ray. It has it's very much a new pump fund, but with an illegible font.
It's like and they also have no dark mode. So it's like you're trying to like look at this at like 10 o'clock at night. It's like burning your retinas. Dude. You're trying to read this font. Easy's trying to talk with his mic muted.
I was saying it just burns your eyes. Like that thing is ugly.
Yeah, it's a tough UI. Like I think a lot of these are like very tough UIs. And I think that's why there's so much friction with this early. It's like you just look at this, you're like like I can't even read a word.
Just to sum up today's electric show that everyone's going to be sharing with their entire friends and fam, and it's going to go giga-viral. The majors for AI coins are AIXBT, GOAT, Zerebro, and Virtuals on Base.
Those would be an AI16Z. I'd probably also throw in there.
AI16Z. So, yeah. And is Virtuals on Base possible to buy on Coinbase?
No. Not yet.
No.
I have to imagine it will be soon. I know Jesse's pushing for coins and culture on Base, and I think that like it would be a no-brainer. I mean, and they're not like just a new company. They've been around for a year now. I mean, we talked about this on the show yesterday. They got airdropped their token and sold it for like peanuts a year ago. So they've been around building this for a year.
Virtuals.
So, yeah. So I imagine that Coinbase is going to list them at some point. Like it would be high on the list of coins that they would list.
I'm about to go off on Virtuals. All right. I'm going to jump. Good stuff, guys. Catch you guys later.
All right. Later, Pio. All right. I think we'll wrap things up there. It was a great show today. Easy. Thank you for joining me. Absolutely crushed it today. Thank you to all the listeners out there. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed all the shows this year. Signing off for the final time in 2024. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast. You can catch us on YouTube. Watch back with our charts and our beautiful faces. Thank you all for listening. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your year. Happy New Year. We'll catch you back on Thursday. No show tomorrow. Have a good one.